Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope good and well. I come to you from planet Orion this fourth day of July of 2022. That's what we were told. I see that YouTube is hitting channels really hard right now. Must be some 4th of July Independence take the truther type people down, because I'm seeing a lot of channels being taken out right now. Um, so, I don't. I think. I think that I've been shadow banned. I've been on here 5 years and I only got that many subscribers, like 600 and something. And people that have been on here for just a couple months. Not saying that I deserve more subs, but my goal was only to make it to 1,000 subs, so I could start doing this on my phone. But now they got StreamYard and whatever, so you can do it from your phone anyways now. But that was my goal. But just to kind of watch the progress as it goes along. Only getting like maybe up to 50 or 75 if I'm lucky subs in a year, and that's dropped down to roughly around 15 a year. But yeah, hey Crunch. Yeah, no, not saying that. I mean, I don't want to be some big internet star. I don't want that popularity, believe me. As Chris said last night, I'm a needy person, but not that needy. But no, I just wanna get the word out there. That's the biggest thing of it all. Is if I think I got more subs, then I think that my message is getting out there that something has changed, and that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. Getting personal is by I mean happy 4th of July, but it's not the same feeling anymore. I don't have the same feelings, and we all know that when as we age, shit changes, feelings change, all that. But I have never heard my grandpa talk about something like the Mandela Effect, or stuff like this, or never heard about it anywhere in history that your reality can actually change in the past or in the future. And so later on, we're going to have a special fireworks show. Yes, we are coming to you live. Patrick, right here. Yep, me. I am going to be presenting a fireworks show right behind me. Okay. I don't know if you'll get to see the fireworks, but you'll be able to hear them. Okay. So just whenever you hear a big bang, imagine the firework going off in your head and going, "Yep, that's beautiful." So, with that, I will bring the big bangs a little later when they start going. It just started getting dark here, so pretty soon we should be able to hear the big bangs. I would say roughly around 9:30 for sure. Okay, so that's why I went early, because we're gonna go to me, Patrick. So now back to Patrick over in the studio. Pat, take it away. Yes, John. I mean, Pat. I don't know why I said John. Yes, John. So back to taking it personally, and later on, If you want, would love to see a few of you guys come on. Uh, Crunchy Rap, Glenn, um, Crunchy Rap. I would like to hear more about what you got going on. Last night we kind of cut. I mean, we were 3.5 hours, but I was getting tired, so we're gonna pick up kind of where we left off. And Sharky earlier had said he's like, ever wonder why the living have trouble understanding the dead? And so they use multiple tools and ways to communicate. Well, I'm thinking we are the dead, except not using tools, but no one. No one understands us except the dead, a reverse. So I would love for Sharky to come on and explain that more because I'm not quite getting the concept of it. Um, so yes, I mean it's you have fascinated me, Sharky. So I would like to hear more about that. And back to me and personal stuff. Um, I do want you guys, and I wish, I don't know if we'll ever get all the people in here that I would love to hear this. Uh, this is me singing. This put me singing to you guys, right? So listen very closely to this song, and I'm singing this to you guys. All right, take it away. Ready? Yeah. Tell me if you give me a. Can you hear this real good? I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by and weep not over them. Remember all the time that we had. Lemons away from us when things got bad. How clearly I first saw you smiling in the sun. Wanna feel your warmth on me. I wanna be there. 'Cause I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by and keep not over me. Don't let your life pass you by and keep not over me. So that's a song that I had to put out to you guys. I thought it was really cool, and I was watching The Office, and Andy, they call him Nardog. He was singing it, playing. He was playing the guitar and singing it. Really good job. Um, yeah, when you watch people that you start to like, their acting and stuff like that, it's really hard now because it's like, they're not all into that nasty fucking shit that's going on with Hollywood. I'm sure they're not all in on it, but some of these big guys that got big roles and are making big money, you know, and some of them can't even act. But hey, Ransom, welcome. So, um, Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get back to the personal. Um, on my channel, we talk about the Mandela Effect a lot, and it's always us sitting up here trying to figure out what's going on, why this is happening. And I'm done this for 5 years now or more, and it's getting old. And not that I'm moving away from the Mandela effect. I'm actually moving closer. But I'm done beating the horse about what this could possibly be, because we probably, until something happens to us in this lifetime where we move on, we're not I don't think we're going to know exactly what this is. Maybe not. I don't know. I hope so, but so I want to move on to working on our personal selves. Like seeing the Mandela effect, right? I don't even know where the fuck I was going with this. This ain't even what this. The last few words, I don't even know what the fuck. Why? That's not where I was going with this. Wow, that right there, that shit's scary, because I absolutely don't have any idea where I was going with that. And this is basically what I want the channel to start helping people more. I want to be able to help you guys, well, you guys help me. And I'm talking more about spiritual healing, and I don't mean all the stuff out there. My channel is far from any of them fucking channels out there. You don't see anything fake here. My when I come on here, this is me. This is actually who I am, what I'm about. You watch me for the last 4 years, and if you don't know me by then, I mean, this is me. This is how I act all the time. And this is, believe it or not, my time on here with you guys is the best healing experience I can get, because it's the only time I feel okay. And I'm not lying. I go through the other 21 hours or so in in pain and just misery. I'm just fucking miserable. And I and it's not only the pain, it's like the fucking Mandela effect has me so fucked up that, and I would think that I would be over this by now, and I just cannot get away from it. I tried, and I don't really want to, but I am fucked up, you guys. I seriously am. I am. Not that I would ever suicide myself. I would never do that. I have more morals than that, but it's just I am I am like, I don't even know anymore. I can't even have a conversation with people around here anywhere except for around here. And that makes me sad, because it's like I cannot connect with these people anymore. And it's not that they're bad people, it's not at all. I've changed somehow. Maybe we are dead and we're still in this world somehow. Like, maybe we fucked up somewhere along the line and we're paying for something. Uh, and we're almost done paying our dues, and we're about ready to get out of here. So we're changing up. We're going up in vibration, There's so many things out there, that I'm learning about, like vibrations and how we connect on that level. And it's just there. I kind of feel like this is not a worthless rabbit hole that we're going down now, because we see our reality changing in real life, real right there in front of you. Some of us have seen it change right there at the, you know, right there in front of you. So try living with that, and trying to figure it out is driving me bonkers. I wish I could figure it out. Nobody's got a better explanation of what's going on than they had 5 years ago. Yeah, Teresa said that she has seen things change in real time. I think somebody else did too. I'm not sure if Sharky did or not. Ransom says the pandemic had made it difficult for people to maintain relationships. Yes, you're very right. And you've seen who the people that you've seen who the lower level people are that will follow the whoever is the big dog, like Trump. He's got so many followers, and he's such a god to these people, and you can't tell them anything. I mean, they won't open up their. I mean, they're just like. Phew. And I used to be a Trumpster. I voted for him in 2016. Shortly after that, months after that, I experienced the Mandela Effect, and I woke up to all the lies and stuff. And it's so funny because we can see it so easily. You would think people would listen to us, you know, because they can see in their reality it's not getting any better. The same politicians are doing the same thing to them over and over. They're running the same gamut over and over. It's just a big loop. And a lot of us have gotten out of that loop. Sometimes we'll fall back into that loop. I've done it myself. And then we jump back out real quick. We can't survive very long in that loop anymore. It's not us anymore. Do you guys get that part? Do you get that part? Tell me if you rings true in your head that when we try to interact and jump back in there, we don't last very long, because the conversations are on this level in there, and the conversations that we have are way up here. It's like there's no connection anymore, and that hurts. It really does hurt, because I love my family, I love my kids, and I wish I had a better relationship with them. You know, I that could go real deep, but I won't go there. I probably could have been a better father, you know. But one thing I will tell you, I paid my child support. What a life I lived. To get threatened damn near every day that you're going to get thrown in jail for child support, you know, because I worked at a mill job when I first graduated. I worked at a lot of minimum wage jobs until I got the mill job. And when I got the mill job, it was basically building windows, and it was really good money. And the more money I made, the more child support they took. And I'm like, I'd rather be raising my kid instead of paying this fucking child support, honestly. But but no, joint custody. But anyways, um, this child support was just, I couldn't even live with a good job. Even after I got off of work, I worked on a farm part time at night, milking cows and shit, just to make some extra money and put a little extra food in the house because the farmer gave me food. And that's the only way I was making it. And so finally I said, fuck this. Fuck this shit. And I quit my job, just walked right off and started my own painting company. And I didn't even have a fucking paintbrush to my name. I just made up flyers and some business cards, and I went around and passed them out because I worked as a painter for 4 years. I learned the business, and so and power washing and stuff. But so I made flyers and I put them out, and my very first big job was uh, inside a beauty parlor, painting the inside of the beauty parlor over the weekend. Had to be painted within a weekend all by myself. I didn't have any workers, so I knocked that out, and they thought I did an awesome job, and they started recommending me to people. And then I got a little bit bigger jobs, interiors and some exteriors, and then all of a sudden, you work your way into the business. Now I'm getting bankers and judges that I'm painting houses for, and so I ran it for 16 years, but they were always on my ass because, uh, well, finally it got settled to where I would pay a flat rate instead of a certain percentage. So I just paid a flat rate, but they were constantly, like, my winter months were very hard. Not a lot of painting jobs around during the winter. And so I would give people discounts if they would wait till the winter for the job, really good discounts on their interior work. But still just wasn't enough work. I mean, I went and got a part time job for to basically pay the child support. Hey, Brian Stavely, welcome, bud. And um, so I worked a part time job mainly to get the child support paid. But there's times where I had to sell my power washer, I had to sell my paint sprayer, or sell my car just to catch up on payments. And you know, out of all that time, and then it's just that's nothing but a racket. Nothing but a racket, I think. Um, but back to the Mandela effect. Now, this is kind of where this is how I feel, is that we're always beating the drums on trying to figure out what is going on, how, what the hell is happening. And I don't know if we're ever going to get that answer. But every time I get to this point, I just lose my fucking concentration. I can't get into what I want to dive into, and it's about turning this Mandela effect and using it for healing. There's something about the Mandela effect that is, if we use because the Mandela effect doesn't make any, to me, to take a S away here or a T away there, or change shit up like that. There's got to be some kind of meaning behind it. So it's showing us that if we concentrate hard enough and figure this out, we literally can change. We literally can change anything in this reality, I think. Maybe we are the ones changing it and don't even know it. Maybe we're rising up because, as I was saying before, when you try to jump back into the loop where everybody else is, the sheep, when you jump back in there and you try to have a conversation with them, you're not connecting. You totally on two different levels. We moved into a whole new level. This is and we're still having to operate with the lower level, right? So as we get higher, we should be able to interact with whatever level we want to at, right? The lower level really can't jump anywhere because they're the lower level. So as we're moving higher, sometimes we jump back into that loop, into that lower level, and we deal with whatever we deal with. But as soon as we can, we're always jumping back out because we can't survive very long in the lower level anymore, right? You try to have a conversation like I'm having right now with you guys. You guys probably understand every word I'm saying, but if I say that to somebody else around here, they're just going to look at me like I'm freaking nuts. Sometimes I feel like I am, but if I'm nuts, that means all of you guys are nuts too. So I think this is going to start getting a lot interesting for us, and I don't think in a bad way. I think it's moving so much faster. It's this is moving really fast, and we're coming up on something big. It's something big's about to change again for us, and the lower level are, I think that's kind of a good thing though, because if we need to go back and talk to somebody on the lower level to help them in some way, or just you miss them and you want to go back and talk to them because you love them, it don't mean you can't love the people on the lower level, you know, and it don't mean that we're any better. It just means that we kind of graduated into a higher level, I believe. And I don't even know what these I hear people sometimes talking about gurus. I don't know if they're all the same and they teach like the love and light and all that. I hear some of that. I hear some alien stuff. And so I'm kind of by myself, I feel, as in my not by myself. I have a lot of you guys out there that believe the same thing. That I still believe that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, even though we can have all kinds of beliefs. Um, I believe that He was truly God and He came here to show us how to get out of here. And we're actually doing it now without even knowing about it, without even knowing. I feel like that. I mean, how are we rising up? How do we know? How can we see the fakery that is going on wherever we are? Maybe the system broke down and we're the lucky ones that got to see what's going on. I don't know. And I always get on this fucking subject about trying to figure out what is going on. But I'll tell you, this is really. I'm messed up in the head, you guys. I am. I am so fucking messed up. I don't even know what's up and down anymore. Thanks, Teresa. Yeah, whatever CERN's doing, I don't know. I heard they fired up again, or they're about to fire up. Hey, JW, welcome. Um, I just, I don't know. I felt like I got to get on here and let you guys know that that I'm not. My days are not all cheery and happy. Like when I get on here, I try to be happy, try to be fair, try to keep the levels high. So we're I don't like arguing and all that stuff, and so I kind of have my best times on here with you guys. Once I get off of here, I'm back to being very lost. I am really fucking lost, and it seems like the Mandela effect is like when you it's all like we're scared and freaking out at first, then we're kind of leveling out, you know. But now I'm like on heightened alert. My mind is just racing. Like I like if like I've got to figure out what the fuck is going on. It's bothering me so much. Um, and it bothers me that other people can't see it, and they think they, if they could be listening to my channel right now and going, Pat's completely lost it. He's fucking lost it. And I know probably some of them are saying that, but I'm telling you guys, if you're watching, I've not lost my mind. I've lost I've lost I've lost the anchor to my reality. I don't even know what reality I'm in because it seems to change a lot lately, and I can feel it. Uh, it's almost like that one, and I just seen it again today. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play this for you guys. This is what I this is what I feel like. Let me punch it up here on Messenger. I'm gonna play it on my phone because it'll be a lot faster. Listen to this clip. Um, it's whatever you think about the presenter who put it on. That's not the point here. Um, and I'm trying to think of his name. Let me see here. It'll come up here in a second. Oh yeah, recall vector. Whether you like the guy or not, that's like I said, not the point here. But watch this video and tell me if this is what you feel like. Not he's gonna do a presidential thing first for a couple seconds about Biden, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the skit that he plays after this first part, and it goes so fast that it's just not worth going, sliding past it. So
Good for you. I never voted, never will. I don't blame a president or give a president any credit for anything because I think it's their world. Anyhow, this is my attempt at a little Mandela humor. I heard the president say a word the other day. I've never heard it before. For me, I'd have to say it's a Mandela effect.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
That's pretty funny, huh? I was laughing when I heard that. Yeah, I never heard that word before, but could you imagine if that's what happened to words?
Did you go tired? Of Kim beef tongue. I tiny helping it. Dark powder, go kettle rod. That Ben Collins wood but can.
So did you get that? You couldn't understand what that lady was saying at all, could you? That's what I feel like when I'm talking to people. So, yes, they are trying to break the firmament Hey, JW, welcome. Teresa, Golden Psych, Spy, Spy, Chris, welcome. Let's go back and see who else is here. Let's see. Go back. Let's see. Lost Quinn, Lost Cuvivimus. Sorry, welcome. Sorry I butchered your name. Glenn from Boston, welcome, buddy. Teresa Lynch, welcome. Brian Stavely, welcome. Glenn from Boston, I already said that. Chris, the Golden Spy. I think I got it, everybody. JW, Ransom. All right. So usually before I have anybody come on, I kind of spew a little stuff. I don't know what the hell happened to the fireworks. Maybe do they start at 10 or what? That's kind of late. I didn't even hear. I heard some pops, but Pat, we're gonna have to change your name because Pat in the studio is Pat. So we're gonna call you John. Okay, you can call me whatever you want because I'm a sheep. But tonight we're having patriotic day, and you come down, and if you can tell us why we celebrate this day, we'll give you a brand new car. So, if you can tell us why we celebrate this holiday, ma'am, can you tell us? Oh, gee, I don't know. I learned about it in college, but I just don't know. Well, sorry, ma'am, you did not win. You didn't even give me an explanation of what you thought it was. Politics are all just a distraction. Yes, politics, sports, you name it. You name it. If they put it in a way, it's a fucking distraction. TV, all this bullshit. We don't need this type of schooling that they're giving people over. We don't need that much damn schooling. You ever teach a dog? I was very good with dogs and I could teach them. I taught my dog all kinds of tricks, even how to pick up garbage out of the front yard. Bring me the remote control. Um, and it doesn't take very long, you know? And so we could get these courses done a lot faster. It's just about the same thing over and over. You go through so many grades doing the same damn thing. Oh my god, I couldn't handle it. It was just I was an asshole in school. I could not stand sitting there listening to some fucking teacher babble and babble and babble. I'm just like, I'll go home and read the book and figure it out myself. you know, on my time. I got kicked out of, I think it was biology or, yeah, I think it was biology. It was something about, we were dissecting frogs that day. So whatever that is that science or biology or whatever that is, whatever course that was. I got kicked out for eating because I had that course, I had that class like right after lunch. I wasn't done eating, so I carried my food in there and finished eating. And it wasn't very much; it was just a few bites, and so I wouldn't stop eating it. So they kicked me out, and I'm like, "That ain't that some shit?" I just had like 3 bites left, And I said, "Hey, I just want to finish this." So they try to stop you and make you follow their direction, no matter how silly it seems. You know, you remember getting in trouble in school for the silliest shit? Like, it didn't make sense to you. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I got in trouble a lot. I think I was my eighth grade year. Yes. Because that graduated me onto ninth grade, which would have been a different school. And my principal and I did not get along. And my science teacher and I did not get along. And I have had these guys for like 3 years, I think. And so I was suspended like 22 times my eighth grade year. I graduated. Hey, graduated on the ninth grade. How did you do that? Just got suspended enough times that they don't want you around anymore. uh, you have some workers too that aren't typing. Yes. Glenn, correct. I wonder sometimes if people, I don't know who's watching this. Anybody could be watching this. And any of us that are talking and being honest with you guys and being honest with the way we live our lives are, I would be shocked and feel kind of violated if somebody was out there like taking notes, like on each one of us and kind of, you know, putting us in some sort of category or something like that. That was up. But I thought about it when I very first started doing these, how out there I'm going to be. And I figured, what, it it doesn't matter. It doesn't measure up to the people I'm meeting on here. And I definitely have found a lot of love uh, within you guys. I've went through a lot. You guys have seen my life for the last 4 years, and you've seen me go from pretty much, if I have a vehicle, I'm out and about taping, video and things. If you look at, I'm gonna eventually get uh, release all my back videos because I had to pull up everything down for a little bit. I've been slowly releasing them back into the view list. I'm going to release them all back into there, but I used to travel around a lot and get footage a lot. Um, but my vehicle broke down, so I haven't had a vehicle in over a year. And in that time, my house burnt down. And, it's just like, you know, I sometimes feel like I'm being attacked for putting myself out there. Like, we're not supposed to do this stuff. We're not supposed to put ourselves out there and be so vulnerable. I hear that all the time. You know, you you're letting you don't know who you're letting into your life, and I feel like I'm guarded, so I feel like I'm fine with that. A good, I mean, she's not a good. She's a good friend. I feel like she's part of the community. Um, but I don't know her personally. But Rachel Rinston, I have a trouble pronouncing the last name, but um, she got beat very badly lately by a loved one, and that's like really shocking. And she's got such a heart of gold that she's not like being very I want to get his ass, make him pay and stuff. She's not like that at all, and that surprises me because I would be the other way. I'd be like, I want a little revenge here, um, but we learn from people, and she's obviously taking the best road. But my prayers go out to her, and I hope she's doing better. She may lose an eye out of that attack. Her car was damaged, and this guy just beat the living pulp out of her right there in a kind of, a guy that she knew very well, and that's very sad to see that happened to somebody so good. She was there for a lot of the people that are Mandela affected, and she has a great channel. I love her Christmas stuff. Years ago, she put out this Christmas video, the Mandela Effect video, and it was funny, very funny. And in a time like that we were having in that part of the stage that a lot of us were in at that time, that she was trying to make us laugh all the time, and she definitely did that. I miss them times. I do miss them times. Um, but now I feel like we're going through it again right now, because I feel like everything's ramping up again, and I don't feel right. I really don't feel right at all. Um, Anyways, so I can kind of hear the fireworks going off now. I thought they'd be louder than that because we are kind of close to it. But I took a little bit of video today that I'll release, and I keep saying that. But anyways, if anybody wants to come on, I'm going to put the invite in, because I have been talking for 47 minutes all by myself. Let's give somebody else a chance to talk, will ya? Well, yeah. Well, why you got to take up the screen all the time? Give somebody else some airtime, man. Who do you think you are? You think you're somebody special? There's that thumb thoughts talking again. It's not me talking. It's the thoughts. Yeah, now we got something to blame it on. We can pretend we're really crazy and blame our thoughts for saying something that should be said or shouldn't be said. Uh, so we have our first guest, and his name may be Crunchy B.
His name BB.
What up, Crunch?
What's up, man? Happy 4th. Did you get to see any fireworks at least?
No.
Me either. I just don't even care like about any holiday anymore.
Yeah, it's
It's all fake. I mean, there's a family aspect to it. Like I miss like
yeah, the cookouts and stuff. Yeah, definitely. Are you there, Crunchy? I think we lost Crunchy already. I don't know if you're on mute or what happened, Crunch, but we just lost you. Patrick is still streaming. I'll see you later. All right. Hopefully we will be. I'd like to talk to you, Algo. We need to talk, man. Man to man. Or what are we? Entity to entity. I'm just here for a bit. I have an error to go do. Let's see. algorithm you read about it. So, Glenn, what the hell's up? I thought you would be coming on, dude. What is up? I'm sure Crunchy will be back in a minute. It is sad. Good people are taken advantage of and love everyone so much they let in bad people. Yeah, yep. Yeah, exactly, Crunchy Rap. All right, here comes Glenn from Boston, everybody. Welcome, Glenn.
Hey, what's up, Patrick? How you doing, buddy?
How you doing? And my buddy JW. Been a long time. What's up, JW?
Hi, you guys hear me?
Yeah, looks
No,
like you're asleep. Oh, there goes one. Looks like you're ready for bed there.
Yeah,
Is it
I got a
is it
little
hot
sun
there?
today, and I mean, I got a little fan on me here, and like the window open. It's good,
Yeah. Is
and
it
it
hot
was a
there?
hot day though.
Yeah. Is it hot there, Glenn, where you are in Boston?
it's actually been very cool up north here. It's let me see what the temperature is right now. Look at stream scientific claims.
It's been real hot and muggy here.
It's 67 right now here, and it's going to be down to 60, 61 tonight. Yep.
Yeah, we got 70.
Yeah, my
You're more down south, JW, right? Where, I forgot. Where are you
Um,
at?
I'm in Idaho.
Oh, that's yeah. I thought it was
I
Iowa, but Idaho.
I Idaho from Idaho from Idaho.
The potato land.
Yeah,
Or
well, it's
at least it used to be.
lots of taters here, but they're still like, double in price right now, along with everything else. But
Yeah,
really potatoes are doubled in price out in Idaho,
yeah, but
everything
yeah,
is doubling.
I was
and they
buying these eight-pound bags of I shop every day for my business, but I was buying 8-pound bags of jumbo potatoes for like the last, I don't know, 5 years for like $3 a bag. They're going for like 7 plus right now.
and it can't be the shipping
Wow.
cost of fuel cost because you're right there. You ain't shipping it anywhere,
Yeah, I mean, I could
right?
go like walk down the street and dig some up, basically.
Yeah,
But
that's what I used to
who
do.
knows? There's probably there's a few kind of places around here that I don't know if they got included in that food processing fire count, but you know, like 100 or more, however many it is. But there's a couple places around here that caught on fire that dealt with potatoes.
Oh, so they're burning the food plants out there as well. Okay.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had StreamYard want to log you in through YouTube or Facebook? YouTube or Facebook? StreamYard
Yeah.
is
Well, it
making me
just
log.
asked me coming in that just coming in right now, it had me log in through YouTube or Facebook.
Yep.
That's got to be new because I don't remember that.
Yeah. No, they're tracking everything. Everything you go to, they're keeping track on you.
Shit,
Yep.
you know what bothers me? Like I can't even watch YouTube. I'll put on a playlist of music, and every like other song, it stops it and pauses it and asks me if I'm still watching it. It's like, did I fucking like push stop? No, that means I'm watching. Yes. And Netflix does that crap. Are you still watching? Like, who fucking cares,
Yeah,
man? You
yeah,
know?
I get that. I get that on my TV too. And not only that, I'll pause the son of a bitch and walk away from it, and it'll start playing on its own. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back
Yeah.
over, and it does it all the time to me. And it
Yeah, it
does the same
pisses
thing that
me
you're
off.
talking about. Yeah,
It
yeah.
piss
If
it
you
pisses me
don't
off
answer,
because
it shuts. Yeah, if you don't answer, it'll shut your TV off on you. and that used to
Well,
piss me off. I'd wake up and my TV's off. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, sometimes
yeah,
it'll wake you up because your TV is off. It's like just the change in noise, and it's like, oh, I wanted the noise. That's that's why I left it on.
Yeah.
yeah, it sucks because like I'll be knee deep in baking bread and crap, and I got all over, and I'm got dough all over.
What?
Hey, what? Hey, Country Rap is back. How you doing?
All right, man. I had is to your knowledge, I just noticed this today. I bought some cheap dog food, and it was called Old Glory or something like that, and it had an American flag on it, and of course it had the red stripe under the blue, but
Yeah.
it only had 12 stars on it. Is there
Oh, really?
any flag in history that has 12 stars?
Maybe the Confederate
Well,
flag? How many
usually
stars
it's
did that have?
13.
But the Confederate flag is like circle, right?
The
Or
Confederate flag, that uh, I'm trying to picture the Confederate flag. I don't remember stars being on the Confederate flag.
isn't
I,
that the where the stars are in a circle? Or am I? Then there's
That's what
no,
no, I thought you were right. Stars in
no,
the circle.
that's more of an independence flag. The one in the circle that came
yeah.
out about that time.
I don't know. It's there's so many different flags. It's just like there is some in history. There is some with a red stripe under it, but
Well, yeah, right. But all of our flags used to be that way. That
yeah. I mean, I believe it's not a strong memory for me, but
yeah.
just seeing how many mixed there is for like the age we're in now. It's like you should be getting it right, right? Like I don't know. Now I know like how the flag is
We've
made,
got some
but
firing back in the backfield, so just we got to be cautious here and keep our heads down. There's an awful lot of gunfire, and we're just trying to be on the
might
safe
want
side.
to
This is CNN. By the way, this is CNN coming live to you from I don't even know where we are right now, Baghdad or something.
you might want to close the blinds. You might get sniped.
Yeah. Um, so that's what I'm glad that you brought that up because that's one of the things I wanted to talk about was some uh, Fourth of July Mandela effects, and the flag is the biggest one for me, and uh, the red not being underneath the blue
Blue. Yep. Same.
box, and if it was wrong, I see residue all over. Like if I'm driving down a country road and some farmer made up an American flag on a pallet and he has it out in
Yeah,
his yard up against a tree or something.
I
That
see.
goes to show you they're drawing that from memory.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get somebody's memory to get to draw the flag without looking at it, more times than not, you'll get them to draw your the flag with the red underneath.
Is there any other American Patriot Fourth of July
I don't
Mandela
know.
effects?
I
Like,
was gonna ask everybody in chat and stuff if
oh well,
they're.
there's Uncle Sam's hat, right?
Oh
Uncle Sam's
yes,
it had
yes.
stripes for sure.
I see a lot of residue on that one. Uncle Sam's hat is now white, right? It's all white,
Did
and
you
it
see?
used to be blue with the stars on it, and
Yeah, red stripes.
yes, yeah.
Did you see Google's display or whatever for when you open up their tab?
No,
Um,
I didn't notice.
what's the Hazel Fiverr posted a picture about it.
Is that
Uh,
still on there?
it might be. They have a flag with a red stripe under it, and they have
Ah,
Uncle Sam's. You
they
see
do.
it? Look, it's hard to see on your screen, but yeah, red stripe under it, and they have Uncle Sam hats with red stripes.
Oh yeah, yep. They are. Yep, you're right.
You see the
It's
red stripe?
yeah, yeah. I
Yep.
can
You
see
can
it.
tell. You can tell when you get a red stripe flag because it looks like more red in the flag, a lot more red in the flag
It
than.
it looks more
So I
real.
want to see the Uncle Sam hats. Uh,
You could make your screen big if you,
yeah, we can try that.
especially people that are on phones. It's really hard to see.
Turn it sideways too.
Sorry if you hear me typing.
Can you see that, or is this light too bright?
No, we see it. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's them throwing it in your face, Crunchy.
Yeah,
When they throw it. They think everyone's stupid. They throw the shit in your face. Yep. Like that's not a mistake. They probably had 1,000 people working on that one thing there.
you would think. Yeah, I mean, it's the same with the Family Guy stuff. They just
Yeah.
throw it in our face,
Mm-hmm.
That's my American flag right there.
There
and
it is.
they know 90% of people aren't going to pay attention to it, but the ones that do, it's like, come on, you did that on purpose. You had to have, or in their reality, it's still like that. But that's all conjecture, contemplative.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I flip flop
They
back and
must have
forth.
changed. They flip flop back because I punched up Uncle Sam's hats.
What? Yeah.
That's the
Well,
way-
that's probably just a bunch of residue. Like, look up official Uncle Sam posters and see what it shows.
I'll tell you where I'm finding a lot of.
Look at this.
I find a lot of residue on eBay. On when this, like, if you're looking for C3PO, he used to be all golden when I was
Oh
growing
yeah.
up. So you go on eBay and search for C3PO and sort it by most expensive first. You'll find all kinds of the action figures for big money. C3PO all gold. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with Ray Mudflood. Boston Ray there. He was doing a thing yesterday with the yellow submarine, and same thing. You go to eBay and search for the yellow submarine of its real colors, and you'll find the thing was all yellow. Yep.
What's wrong with the yellow submarine now?
Oh, now it's white. Now that's white
What?
with a little bit of yellow. Yeah.
Really?
Colors have changed on that as
No
well. Yep.
shit.
hmm
Wow.
Yeah. So the more you're looking into stuff that's been changed, the more. But like I said, I find a lot of
That's
residue on
I
eBay.
punched up the official Uncle Sam's hat, and they keep punching these up.
now show like the poster. Look for the official poster of like a we want, or what did it say? We want you, or we need you, or something. We want you. That's what it said, right?
Yeah. That was We Want You from when they were recruiting for the military, correct?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like your
Yeah,
shirt. I like your Street Fighter shirt, by the way.
Yeah, he's still got it white there.
Yeah, okay. See that the officially is still all white.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be the color that the kid that them pictures were showing.
Yeah,
That's weird. How is it's like they got both of them are in this reality.
Well, I don't know. It's still that's on the internet. You can it's like old flags and stuff. You can't trust anything we see. Even
No.
I mean,
Right? Here's a bigger picture.
it doesn't matter if it's even on the internet. I can't trust my own eyes. It used to be seeing is believing, right? Now it's like no, I can't even trust what I see.
Yeah, and Gainer says gold fringes suddenly on all the government flags. There's a gold fringe on them. I
Yeah.
don't remember that at all either. Nope, I don't remember that.
No, I don't.
JW, you dropped out.
His
That yellow-
headphones died.
That yellow submarine is
Hey,
just kind
Ann,
of
welcome.
that's flipping me out, man. Because we were just talking about last night how we didn't like the Beatles, and here it
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah. And then,
a
well,
new.
And then Ray did a show on the Yellow Submarine, how it's changed its colors with the Mandela Effect. And then I went on there and
Welcome, Singe Man.
I
Sorry.
went on there and I show went on eBay to find residue of it, and I found the right color ones. It was all yellow. Yep.
Yeah, no, it was all yellow for sure.
Hmm.
I,
Hmm.
I wanna
Oh,
I
oh,
wanna
and,
go
and
back and watch that cartoon or whatever that the cartoon
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What
they
was that?
had.
Fat Albert, the one with the when they were doing that.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a
Another
lot
thing they
of
would Another thing they were
residue.
talking about is one of the Beatles had died in a car accident and then he was replaced.
Yeah, I don't
Was
know. I mean, I remember that theory or whatever, but I
mm,
like I said, I never was much of a fan, so I can't be sure. It's like that Michael Jackson one where there's a video out there where it shows a guy. He was like Michael Jackson's best friend, but he looks like dead on him basically, and people were saying like that's Michael Jackson,
mm.
and I can't remember who that was, but I don't know.
So, um, I kind of want to talk too about struggling. You know, I want to talk about the way we all personally are struggling right now. So, anybody listening to this can relate. If you relate to this, this is honestly your stream because I am not. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and stuff, and a lot of the YouTube videos that have a lot of people on these Mandela Effect, especially the Mandela Effect ones, are not very honest at all. And this is probably the one of the only channels besides just a few couple others that I can, you know, count on my hand that give you real life. We don't fuck around because we're not fucking around. This is my life. This is what I'm dealing with, and I know a few others. You know, I don't know if I should put their names out there or not. That are that give it their all, and um, well, why not? They give it their all, and I like their channels. Tommy, tell the truth. You're gonna get nothing but truth from him. He's an honest guy. Algo, honest guy. He'd give you the truth. Brian Stavely, honest guy, give you the truth. And all of us are trying to connect with everybody to let you know that you're not the only ones that are suffering and going through this. And if I can help you by telling you exactly what I'm going through and you can relate to that, then that's awesome because then that's a serious connection that I like to have with people because I just feel like the people that connect to me, obviously, I feel like are my best friends, you know, and you guys are my best friends.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I feel that way too. I I can't talk to my girlfriend. I mean, I love her. My family, my parents, my sister. I can't talk to anybody around me about the Mandela effect or get real deep into God or anything like that. It's just and yeah. So yeah, I totally feel that. You guys really are like the only people I can really open up to about this stuff. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just kind of. I mean, I still enjoy their presence, but it's just
Were you here when I was talking earlier about jumping back into, like, let's just say the lower, like, we're on a little bit higher frequency right now, and they're on a lower one. and because we're on a higher one, we can jump back and forth. So
Yeah,
we can jump back into that lower field to deal with, and not only deal with, to carry
but
on our relationships with our loved ones,
if
right?
it's a lower frequency, then why do these people seem so much more happier than I am?
Because they're not dealing with the reality. They're not dealing with reality at all. They think they are, but they're dealing with a fake reality that's telling them that everything's okay.
I guess
You
they're
know,
living the
they've
dream.
been subdued. They've been thrown a spell over whatever is happening. They're not they're not getting all the facts, and they don't want it. Don't seem they're happy to be in their own little world, whether they're patriotic or Democrat or Republican or love this team of sports or whatever it is. They're in their little niche.
I wonder
I'm a
how.
homemaker who's having babies, got that American house with the white picket fence around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they're living the dream, and we kind of we want out of this nightmare for some of us, you
No,
know.
well, they're in their comfort zone, and they're not going to come out of the comfort zone. I don't, if you
Yeah,
show them just a basic thing, like even with chemtrails, you can go to
yeah,
geoengineeringwatch.org with
yeah.
40 million views and scientists on there talking about it.
Hmm.
Tucker Carlson interviewing Bill Gates, and he says he's spraying particulates. Harvard University's got it on their website. They're spraying
Hmm.
particulates, but then you tell somebody about it, you're out of your mind. You're crazy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
So
they just
if
turn
you
the
can't
other
if you
cheek.
can't convince them that they're spraying chemicals in the air daily and give them all the proof, and they don't want to listen to it, then you're not going to even talk Mandela with them. That's, you know what I mean?
No, yeah,
I
it's
mean, you have there's got to be some way to eye open them, and what's the biggest thing to open their eyes to let them see stuff, you know?
it's got to be personal. I feel like that's up to God. I think to show them, you know, it's not. I don't think it's our job to. Dang man,
Yeah,
are you getting
who got shot?
about to bust in Patrick's door? Get
Yep.
ready.
That's really close, guys. That's too close.
Now Patrick can do the skit where they're breaking in your door like he did before and had everybody scared.
Right, it's gonna actually
Now I
happen.
got the
Where
sirens to back it up. Now wait
yeah,
another 2 minutes, and all of a sudden, knock, knock, knock.
you shouldn't have cried wolf on that, Patrick. Now it's gonna happen.
I gave too much truth this time.
Hmm.
Popo's coming for you. 5-0's coming for me. Boy, that
No,
was loud.
I don't think
I'm
it
like,
would
where the hell
be.
are they going? They went just right down my street, but they shut the sirens out. They shut the sirens off just as they hit my corner here.
I mean, I don't. I think like the cops can be used as portals for demonic entities. Um, like people, I think people can be possessed without them knowing, like a partial possession. Like I was saying last night about like our thoughts aren't our own. Um, but most people can't distinguish their own thoughts from others, and like especially in like hectic situations and stuff. Like I think cops are really demonically possessed in most a lot of situations. I'm not saying like all are bad. I have some good cop friends, but there's times where just like they did not need to act that way, and that, yeah, I don't know, but
That's part.
go ahead.
I think that's part of the MK Ultra. I mean, they are so
Yeah,
sophisticated with programming, and they've
yeah,
been doing it on TV for years with colors, and they are
hmm
so, you know what I mean. So I think that's what's going on with them.
yeah, and I think like the video games, they program us with those though. Like it was always like cool to be in the army. It was cool to. No, it's not cool to kill people, man. You don't
Right.
for what for our freedom. So yes, I gotta show you respect for our freedom. Like no, we were born free. Like
I'm at the
who
point now
who put
where
us in a cage in the first place?
anything and everything is a damn rabbit hole, and I'm just not going down these rabbit holes anymore. Uh, I I am fully concentrated right now on the Mandela Effect and what I need to do and figure out what we're all supposed to be doing. I don't know what we're all supposed to be doing. I don't know why we're seeing this, and I don't know why the others aren't waking up to it. But I do know for a fact because I try to have communication with with people, and the ones who don't connect or don't see it, not that they can't see it if they wanted to, they just don't, it doesn't resonate with them. They they totally feel like they're speaking another language when I talk to them because we have nothing to talk about, we have nothing in common. Anytime over the littlest thing, an argument will start, and it'll be like, "All right, dude, chill out. You know, if you want it that way, that bad, have it that way. Just sorry to even bring it up. I read somewhere in chat that somebody brings it up. Uh, Anne said, I tell strangers in the store about the shifts whenever it usually goes well, and I don't care as much as family, so it's not so emotionally risky while not wasting my knowledge in my head. But I will talk to strangers. Yeah, sometimes it'll go okay, but most of the time they don't understand what I'm saying for one thing, and or they think that I'm nuts that I just stopped and started talking about this. And I'll bring it in slowly, like ask them a, a couple things in the store that change, like Kit Kat bar or whatever else in the store that changes that you can relate or bring up the conversation. And some people get very testy with you. I know I have a guy that lives just a few doors down. We talk a lot when we run into each other, and you know, he's really sick of me talking about the Mandela Effect, so I don't really bring it up to him too much. But it's hard for me not to bring it up because it's always like on my mind, and I want to talk about it all the time because I want to understand it. I want to know what you all understand of it. I want to hear people's opinions about it, so I can maybe there's something that will help me in my journey to figure this out.
I mean,
You
I
guys may have a missing piece that I don't know you have.
I feel that way too, but I've felt that way for 6 years now, and I don't feel like I've gotten anywhere. I mean, I just
Um, Me either. Actually, it feels like it's getting worse, don't it?
yeah. I
Me-
mean, it's nice to have you guys that understand, but
Right,
as far as
but
understanding what is actually happening, I don't. I have no clue.
in any kind of life that you try to have outside of the Mandela Effect now is just doesn't work for me. It's not. I
That's what I was saying
I
earlier.
have no I have no connection with any of the things that go on now with the holidays and
Hmm.
with everything. I just don't connect with it anymore. I feel like an alien. I feel like I'm the odd person out all the time. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they'll have cookouts, they'll ask me to come down and join in, and I do to just, but sit by myself, because I don't really. I try to talk to people, but they don't want to talk to me about what I want to talk about. It
Yeah.
has to be about, mostly about stuff that don't matter, like,
Sports. So what team won
yeah,
yesterday, or
this person did this or that person did
or
that,
yeah, the
or
rumor that
politics, or
politics, especially,
religion,
that's
or
huge.
whatnot. It's just none of that
Not
shit.
religion. I can go down in religion into with
Right.
some people, but it usually hits an end where it's like, okay, we either gotta agree to disagree, or we agree, and all right, yeah. Um,
Right.
but
But
Basically, it's all small talk that we can talk to people that
yeah.
about
Right.
only small talk, the weather, the crap politics. Then they got so
Yeah.
much different stuff going on now. It's terrible.
or your
And
job. Your job's a big one. What do you
yeah,
do? What do you do?
Yeah.
I got a YouTube channel. You want to check it out?
Sometimes I regret giving my YouTube channel out to people that I
Oh,
run into around
yeah.
here, because it gets used against me.
hmm
Sometimes.
I've got friends in my personal life that found my YouTube channel. Like, you talk to Boots. I don't know how he found my channel, unless it was just music, because I I don't know. I've never told anybody about it, and then one day he was just found my channel. I was like, okay, but he's cool. I mean, I'm glad he did.
Did any of you guys check out that interview Brian Staveley did with Vanessa VA and Nathan?
Yeah,
Yet?
that was really
Wasn't that a
good.
fucking awesome?
It's
That
really
whole
good.
thing. That's like the best fucking Mandela Effect thought experience. Like, kind of like what we do, putting our thoughts out there and stuff like that. You don't see that very often, and that's what I'm saying. The people who are showing you this stuff are the ones who really care about what happens with us, in us, around us, and everybody else. And we're trying to figure this out.
Yeah, they
And
should they should do another show. Vanessa and Nathan, they
yeah,
both they meshed really well.
yeah, I think so too. I think they both have they're very their minds are very expanded, and I
Y-
like that. I
Years
like.
ago, I was following Nathan, and I can't remember. He was saying like this was all God, and then I flip flop, and I was like, no, I see some bad evil stuff like coming from this, and so then I unsubbed him. But now that he's been on, he's just like me. He's on the edge of like, I don't know what this is now, and that's what I like, any people that really comes with like a hard conclusion of like, this is CERN, this is it's it, it's off putting, and when you just come honestly, I don't know. It's
you're on the edge of reality, Crunchy.
I do remember the very first CERN started kicking up. Um, this is like we did experience the Mandela effect shortly after they said they were gonna turn it on full blast. This the last thing I remember hearing from them one time was like around 2015, 2016. And they said they were going to turn this thing all the way up. I was listening to a radio show, not uh, Howard Stern. No, not Howard Stern. I hate that fucking guy. Um, what the hell was his name? Anyways,
Coast to coast or something like that.
no, it wasn't Coast to Coast. It was a show kind of like that. It had got one guy about in his 50s, with a goatee. Oh, can't think. He's a very heavy set guy.
Yeah.
Um, I can't even think of this show's name.
Not Rush Limbaugh, nothing like that.
No, not Rush
What's his name? The
Limbaugh.
Dark Side. He's from
No, this is a
California.
nighttime. This is a
Yeah,
nighttime show
yeah. I know
where
you're
they
talking
talk
about.
about UFOs. They
Yeah.
talk about, and recently, well, back in 2017 or 18, he had a show about the Mandela Effect and stuff like that. I'm not even sure
Is it
who.
is it on YouTube or
Clyde Lewis.
hmm,
Clyde Lewis.
never heard of them?
Ground Zero was the
Ground
show.
Zero. Okay, I think I remember
Yeah.
that. That sounds
Ground
familiar.
Zero is the radio show. And
Yeah.
so I was listening to him, and he was talking about CERN that night. And they were talking about how they were going to turn it on and power it up and all of this shit. And then all of a sudden, the Mandela Effect hit, and my kidneys failed, and all that shit kind of fell together, you know. Um, then the Cubs won the World Series. Trump got elected, and uh, Hillary Clinton was supposed to be elected. So a lot of things like changed right there in that instant. So is it CERN? I don't know. I
I
don't.
noticed
I
thing.
don't think CERN would have. I don't think CERN could pull this off. I don't think man could pull this off
Yeah.
because too many things are changing. Like, how about the stuff in our body? CERN can't change that shit. Or maybe it's the different levels of vibration that we're on that changes our bodies. You know,
Mhm.
I don't know.
There's a
Somebody
there's a
else.
new there's a
I'm gonna
Richie
go
from
heat up
Boston.
some tea
Okay,
or coffee.
Richie from Boston just put a new video out on BitChute. But did you see that new power plant ITER? I put a link in there in the chat on it, but it's right next to
Yeah,
CERN, and
I
it looks like what's that the what's that with the Avengers? No, but it's a power plant like the guy uh, invented. You know, what's the guy there? One of the superhero guys that flies like a robot suit. I'm not good with the cartoons and stuff. One of those guys like that. He made a power plant just like that.
not the
It's
Jetsons, is it?
no.
Uh.
It's part of those Marvel comic ones. The guy that flies around in the robot suit.
Oh,
Oh,
Iron Man.
Iron Man, yeah. So if you watch Iron Man, he had made a power plant like that, and now you look at ITER, it's like the same thing.
Hmm.
It's like they have to show you, but if
Yeah.
ITER is connected right next to CERN, they built one of those power plants and it was only like 8 feet tall and it worked and everything. And now the new one they just built is, and they're going to power it up with CERN, is 5 stories tall. It's like, oh my God. But it's
and
all,
Brian's right too. If it was CERN, how would it target us with personal Mandela
That's a
effects?
great.
So
Yeah.
so how would CERN change our body, the inside of our kidneys, our heart? How would they do personal Mandela effects, and how would they change land masses? You know that. So that I don't
Yeah.
think CERN has that. I think they want us to believe, obviously, that they have a part in it.
I'll tell you what. This is one of the most personal Mandela effects to me, and it is going to sound crazy. It is going to sound schizophrenic because, and I think they have for many like decades called people crazy for things that like okay. So I was walking through Walmart one day, perfectly sober, and all of a sudden it just went quiet, like completely dead silent, and I was like, "What's going on here?" There was no music playing, there was no chatter, nothing. And then all of a sudden, this song comes on overhead, through the speakers, because I don't want the whole world to see me, because I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And like, and then it paused and like left this big gap, and then all the registers started going, all the chatter started back up. Somebody walked around the corner. I was just like, what just happened? Like, why would? Because I wouldn't have been paying any attention to that song, but
Yeah,
that one lyric, like that one chord, I was like,
yeah.
something.
That's the Goo Goo Dolls, right? The Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I have that
and
CD. Yep,
it's called Iris,
yep.
which is like I, right?
Hmm.
Really weird. That was
As far as the land masses changing, I don't think the land masses have changed at all. I think they've been lying about what land masses where they are for years. I don't think we've ever been shown the real land masses. You know.
yeah, and I mean, I I've got so many like health problems that I've been going through, and they just keep wanting to refer me to psychiatry, and I'm just like, you're not even doing any tests. Like I had one that I had to pay like $5,000 for an MRI of my back, and he's like, yeah, you have like no cartilage in your back, and that was like a personal, a private chiropractor, right? But
Hmm.
any like that I can go to for free with my insurance and stuff, they don't they just want to send me to psychiatry and put me on drugs.
Yeah, no,
And
that's how it is around here too with the medical industry. They're not here. They're not here to help you. The medical industry is not here to help you. They same thing. We have doctors around here that charge $14,000 that they won't take insurance, but they will research your body.
yeah,
And I know people go into them and they'll tell you what not to eat, what
yep,
to eat.
it's called a. I was gonna go to one of those, and but then they were like, no, we don't take insurance. So I was like, well, I can't afford
No,
that.
exactly, but these guys, holistic healing, I think holistic is it?
Yeah, no, it's not holistic. It's called functional medicine. They
Okay.
call it functional medicine. And there's like actually doctors that like will actually talk to you about your diet. They'll talk to you about supplements.
Hmm.
They'll talk to you about herbs.
What food to eat and what not to take. Yep.
Yeah, but every other doctor, it's just pharmaceutical,
Yeah, that's all
pharmaceutical,
they do is
pharm.
push drugs on you and the shit that's bad for you. You know what I mean?
It's
Yep.
crazy, man. Crazy. And it's just like we're just in this just it feels like it is the devil's world. It does. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is like good people out here, like you guys. There is love out there. There we do have those times where we transcend out of the matrix that's around been built for us. But and we feel like those times when we feel like we should naturally feel.
Hmm.
But there is so much
And now
like Chris.
the food they're giving you right now to eat is not good for you
Oh
either. The
yeah,
food is shit. You
That
know.
of
food
of
is
course.
horrible. You can't even, it doesn't even taste like anything.
That's another matrix right there. It's they minimum wage is still 7.40 where I'm at,
Really.
and yeah, and gas is pushing $5 a gallon.
Hmm.
So like how I mean, and we're supposed to pay and rent is skyrocketing. It's a $900 for a 2 bedroom apartment. Like, and that might be cheap for some people out there.
That is cheap. Here, Crunchy, the minimum wage is $15 an hour for minimum wage, but apartments are 2,000 to 2,500
Crazy.
a month if you can find one.
But yeah, there you go. That's twice the wage, twice the price.
Exactly, and this homeless population is growing giant. All the middle class and low income people are getting squeezed bad out here. Yep.
I mean, what are we gonna do though? I mean, we have sat here and
I
talked
mean, don't
about
worry
this.
about. We can't. We got to try not to let ourselves go down that rabbit
Yeah, take
hole.
one day at a time. That's the best advice I
We
can give
just
you.
gotta let shit happen. Gotta trust in our system. There's people working for us, or not people, but I believe that there's something on the good side, on the other side, that is helping us along. And there, although we're suffering right now a lot, um, this is what needs to happen, I believe.
If I'm
And
just waiting, I mean, I've been waiting for the world to change for like, yeah, I've seen it change. It's changed,
Mm.
but I've been waiting for it to change for the better, and
Johnny Cool,
I
sorry,
don't,
sorry, go on.
I don't see much good coming out of these Mandela effects. Like, if reality can change like that overnight or right in a second, it couldn't it do whatever is causing it could do some like major good for this world. But no, it's just gonna change
Yep, yep, but
little.
Jesus told you, Crunchy. If you read the Bible, Jesus told you that Satan controls this earth.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't know where you live, so I think that we see that,
So
and right now we're in a testing mode. We're being
it,
tested for the next realm. Yep.
yeah, I was gonna say if that's true, then why are we? Why did we get put in a place with a god of this world like that? You know, then it must just be a test, right?
I think it's a test. I think we're all being tested
See,
here, and that's what's going on. Yep.
a test of all kinds of different stuff.
But what if we
Our
fail the test?
loyalty, our honesty to be a good entity, whatever
Hmm.
we are, we're learning to be better. I think.
Is it
Um,
is it just going to be a one-time test, or do we get to come back and try it again? You know?
well, I don't think we're coming back here. I honestly feel like we're moving up, and there's going to be. What? How would you feel if you were done? If you were done completely growing spiritually, I don't feel. I wouldn't feel. I want to keep continuing the levels that I need to do because I want to get as high as I possibly can. You know,
Well, is this the highest we can get? Because no,
no, I
there's got
don't
to be
think so.
another level. Because,
I
but
think there's a lot more levels.
am I just not doing right or whatever? Because I keep waiting for that thing to some kind of breakthrough to where
I wish we had Nathan and Vanessa on right now with us. Holy crap!
yeah, they're good
I mean,
people.
them two can open your mind up even further, um, because I'll tell you, them when they were talking, and Brian Staley, when they're all three talking, I missed the live, and when they were, so I had to watch the replay, and I wanted to jump in so many times, and I couldn't chat or anything, so I was writing notes, and I had pages of notes that I chimed in on, that I read a couple pages off to you guys the other night, um, of the stuff that I had written down. That it's like they when they open their when you they open your mind up to more stuff that this could be or what's going on, you kind of grasp. I don't know. I was like, huh, yeah, yeah, I like that one. Yeah. And you're just
Yeah.
grabbing the stuff and you're putting these better ones on the table and kind of moving the older ones away that just kind of,
See,
but
I've already had all of their thoughts. You know, it's just we still never come to a definite answer, and that's what I'm waiting for.
what do you mean by you already had all of their thoughts? What do you mean by
Everything
that?
that they've said, that's why I loved it, is because I can relate. Like I've everything that they have said and thought about through the Bible changes, I've all contemplated.
Mm.
I have all thought about before,
Hey,
and
Boston Ray, welcome.
that's what's great. You know, having somebody actually be like, "Yeah, I've thought about that too," or "I have had these experiences too." Especially Nathan about the music, the songs, the bare necessities. That's
You know,
really weird for me.
I watched Nathan back in the day too, and I actually had a conversation with him over YouTube. I I don't know if we didn't talk straight up, but we just were texting, but his birthday is right around the same time as mine. I think we were born in the same year. Almost, we were born in the same month and damn near to the same day. I think he's one day or I'm one day off, whatever.
I'm a Scorpio.
I connect a lot with Nathan when he talks. For some reason, I just don't know. I just didn't know about when he would talk about Sam. I was
Hmm.
like, I don't at that time.
That's when I unsubscribed from him because he was like
Yeah,
this god.
yeah,
And I was like at that time like, no, this god is the god of the world,
yeah,
and I still flip flop in between that. But now that he's like, I really don't know, but I know it is something
yeah. I
talking to
right.
us.
And
I
it could be a
accept
Sam,
it.
and it could be telling or helping him along. Not to say that the Sam is a god or anything, but maybe this Sam is helping him. But I just didn't. That didn't relate to me. I mean, as far as the synchronicity is definitely related to me, but I didn't
One
think it was
one
like
time, it was about 2018. I had, I've been going through the Mandela Effect for like 2 years, and I still was like, I couldn't. I was losing everybody. I lost my girlfriend, well, fiance at that time, my kids. I lost my house, and I was going through all these health issues, and so I ended up like I was like I just give up. I quit playing this game, this Matrix game of going to work. I quit my job and I moved in with my parents. As I'm just so I drove 2 hours away, and I just said, God, I give up. And when I pulled into my parents' driveway, I had one of those FM transmitters that, like, you can play music through your phone through the radio.
yeah,
And when you turn the car off, it transmits that radio signal for like just a second. Right before when you turn it off, it cuts off the signal from your phone. So when I turned my car off, it said, "I'm sorry for your effort," really fast. And I was like, "That's weird," but I didn't think too much about it. And then the next day, I got up and was like going to the grocery store, and I was with my mom in the car. We just got in the car, and sh the some commercial was playing. I don't know what, but at the end of the commercial, it had like those little disclaimers that they speak really fast, and it said, "I'm sorry for your effort." Like right at the end, like really quick, and I was looking at my mom. I was like, "Did you just hear that?" That's the only time I've ever heard a disclaimer say, "I'm sorry for your effort." 2 days in a row, like back to back, and to me that was just she was like, no, I wasn't paying attention. And to me I was just like, that's too coincidental, that's a synchronicity. There's something speaking through to me that it is sorry that I put in all this effort just to watch it crumble. um so it makes me feel good, that they're, and it may sound nuts to other people, but I think God or angels are by our side. They are by our side, even if we don't notice it. But
so it's kind of funny when I talk to some people, especially when I get to people that think they know their history, and I talk to them about. I'll first say to them, "Do you guys know about Black Tom?" And they'll be like, "Who? What?" I'll explain it to them, and they'll go, "Oh yeah, I remember that." And I'm like, "Bullshit,
really,
you
I've
do."
never had anybody say they remember that.
Yeah, I have had a few people that are like, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
Never had anybody say
Never heard of that. Yeah.
that. I'll be right back. I gotta take a break.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing to actually see our history change in a way. Like I've been saying for years, you can go back and look at my earlier videos. I've been saying for years that the the Mandela effect is kind of showing me that America lost the war. America in their whatever you call it, I forget the name. Their people that were countries that were with them. Um,
They're
they
allies. Yeah, allies.
allies. They lost World War II, and the Germans really won it. And that's kind of how it feels now because the Germans run all the science stuff. The Germans are putting, trying to get the United States in this control system, and the way our history is changing, it's starting to make it look like that the Germans actually won the war because we've gotten bombed so many. There's so many different fights and skirmishes with the Germans that I don't remember that the United States ever had uh, off the coast of the United States. That Germans were sinking um, our ships, our U-boat ships, and our tankers and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I mean, have you guys read the history lately? That's changed a while back.
Yeah. No, I saw that. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. History.
I even took a photo of a sign that's in not far. Well, it's a couple hours away, but it's in the sign actually says it said Hitler, and it said Hitler. I'm like, what sign would they allow in the United States to say Hitler? A
Hmm.
street sign. It was a
Right.
street sign. Usually they name street signs after famous people, right?
Right.
And this street sign said Hitler.
Well,
Okay.
they can make anything a joke now. Like, uh, as long as it's in joking form or whatever, then or art. You, in the name of art, you can say and do anything, right? Like disgusting. Uh,
You didn't get, did you? I'm sorry, country. Did you get suspended, Boston Ray? Did they suspend both your channels or just take the videos down?
yeah,
So yeah,
except
go on,
us.
country.
We can't say stuff or put up stuff in the name of art or opinion,
Oh,
but
I
they
know.
can.
I don't know how many times I've been suspended, and I get to work back one of my strikes, and then I get suspended again. Back and forth, back and forth. Must be coming up. It's going to be coming up pretty soon because I just earned one of my strikes back a couple months ago. So beware. You never know. This place has gone kooky since the CV-19 came out. I mean, this place has gone bonkers.
Yeah, things really change for a took a turn for
I
the worse then.
I really didn't think I would see that many people comply like that easily.
They know how moldable we are. Um, the
You put a
news,
little bit of fear in them.
yeah, the news.
Death.
People, my parents still watch the news. I used to be one of those people. Wake up, turn the news on before you went to work.
They have made us so afraid of death. That's the catch. Is there's nothing wrong with death. And they want us to believe that there is because we don't want to die, you know. I mean, I certainly don't want to die, but I'm not afraid of death anymore. I really ain't. I think that it's more of I think we're not even gonna freaking know. We're just bam. It's gonna be like bam. We're gonna be like in a whole new body and be like, what the whoa? I feel good. Na 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 na. Na.
If it's anything like when I smoked DMT, Yeah, I'm not really gonna know that I'm dead, but it's not. I I don't know, man. It's like what is all these people like? What country is that that's legalized? I think Elon Musk even has like a thing, right? That assisted suicide boosts. Like they're not really. I don't know. At the same time, yeah, they don't want you to like really fear the death. I'd say they just want you to fear living. Going out there and having like social interaction with people. They wanted to turn down our family get-togethers to two or three people.
Yeah.
That's a big one for me. That two or more, or to two or three shall gather. No, that's just not right. That's not right. It makes no sense.
Yeah. I know. I hate when they mess with shit like that. And it's like you think back, it's like I thought I thought God's word couldn't be changed, but that is just a man-made book. We hold what is true in our hearts, written on our hearts, so we know we can resonate with the truth. So I go by that.
That brings me to a point. Is like when people talk about the Bible, they think they talk about, oh well, what about all these books that were taken out? So then it leads you down that rabbit hole of, oh well, I got to read these taken out books. Well, wouldn't they have just it seems like, oh well, truth is being leaked, but if it's being leaked, it's being leaked on purpose. It's like those all those videos of people. Oh, my kid just died, but I'm over here laughing on live TV, and then I'm just gonna like they're actors. It's like
That's sick. That was sick.
and why would they let that out? Why would they allow that on to
I
let it
s-
out on you? Why would they let it? Because it's all
What,
pre-recorded.
right.
It's not live.
With you bringing that up, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but with you bringing that up, it really pisses me off when they bring these parents on after a supposed shooting
It's sick.
that their kid just died, and they bring them on the morning show, and these guys aren't crying. I would be devastated. I wouldn't be able to hold myself together on a fucking national TV, and they just get on there and talk like
You get paid enough
everything's
money
normal. Yeah,
yeah,
they're probably
no lie.
thinking about that check they're gonna get. And there's no tears at all. There's no tears. How could
Did,
there
did,
not? How
did
could
you
you
see
not?
that video of Joe Rogan saying, "Show me a UFO. I'll lie to my mother. I'll lie to
Yeah,
my mother. I'll lie to everybody."
yeah,
And
exactly.
right after that, he got big. Right.
Yeah.
He used to be a flat earther, or at least he said, we didn't go to the moon, and
Yeah.
he completely flipped his story once he got big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and now he's like, oh, we definitely went to the moon, and
He sold himself out, huh?
yeah, it's complete sellout.
They always seem to do that, don't they? Always seem to sell themselves out
Yeah, I
once they
mean,
start making it big. I would love a chance at that.
yeah.
I would love to be offered that, so I can deny it, so I can turn it down, so I can tell them to go shove it up their ass.
Money is a corrupting catalyst with everything. If you notice how the world is now, everyone that's
Right.
got money is totally corrupt.
And people would say, I'm sure people are saying, "Oh, Pat, yeah, right. Why would you turn that down when sometimes I'm on here asking for people to donate money?" Well, I'll tell you, I would turn that down because you're going to be doing stuff that you wouldn't normally be doing, and you're selling your soul for that money. You are selling your soul to do things that are against you, that would be normally against your morals, you name it, not right, to follow the beast program or whatever. That's why I would turn that money down, because I would have to sign a contract saying I would be willing to do whatever they wanted me to do. I'm not a controllable person. I will not ever, never, ever be controlled by anybody unless I was forcefully being controlled. Forcefully
Yep,
being
that's
controlled.
like same here. I don't go with the narrative. I don't follow the flock. Same thing as me. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
I always go against the system.
I'm that one elk standing outside the other ones, looking at them going in circles. Like, what in the fuck are you guys doing?
Hmm.
You guys are making me dizzy.
Yeah, yeah. But that's and think maybe the Mandela effect is to show us that things are being changed. Um, to show us how the Bible's being changed. If you didn't see other things besides the Bible being changed, you would know that they're attacking the Word of God, right? So maybe the Mandela effect on all these other things we're seeing is to try to show us how they're trying to rewrite the Bible.
Well, yeah, I can see where you're heading there, because I mean, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that I would not believe that the change happened if it was just the Bible, but
Mhm.
it definitely helps seeing other changes, and like your reality is not what you used to think it was, or as solid as you used to thought it was. Your reality, all of it, whether it's the Bible or whether it's the the most mundanest thing that you would never even think about, stupidest thing would change. Taking an S off of something or adding it to something,
Mhm.
like
I think
nothing's safe in this reality from changing.
the biggest change that I remember, it was the Moonraker one with James Bond, and they had Jaws and the girl Dolly there with
With
the
Yeah.
the eyes,
braces.
thing.
That
Yeah.
was they were that scene at the end does not work without her smiling up at Jaws and opening smiling with her braces like they had both metal teeth. You know what I mean? And so that's the big change I noticed with the Mandela effect, how they're changing the past. Yep.
I mean, the biggest one for me was the first one I ever heard, which was the Berenstein Bears. Um, I mean, it's not the biggest, but it was the biggest because it was the first, and I wasn't even told the name Mandela Effect then. I was told glitch in the Matrix. And I mean, since then, the same guy that told me, I came back to him telling him all these Mandela effects, and he ended up calling me crazy. And I'm like, but dude, you're the one that told me about the Berenstein Bears. But you're going to turn around and call me crazy now? So we quit being friends after that. And I quit talking about it.
And you can see that the changes. It's not just in Mandela effect stuff like that guy Crow 777. If you've ever followed him, CRROW and three sevens.
Hey,
He's got a
that's a Mandela effect for me too. I think I don't. He didn't have two R's on his name.
No, I remember always 2 R's with him because that's how he used to spell it. I watched him for years, but I mean, he was showing the moon redrawing itself like a computer program, and he had other people around the country backing him up. He's got like 3 years, thousands of hours of film on the moon, and he shows stars through the moon.
Oh
So that
yeah, I mean,
shows you. I just actually downloaded. I download a lot of videos before they take them off, but I downloaded this one on a Dr. Forrest. Let's see if I still got it up here. Scientist claims it's plasma. An Oxford scientist, 1965. I'll put the link in the chat. But this is a real good interview about let's
it
see.
was 2015. They came out and said that the moon was in our atmosphere. I think, or
Yeah, 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 yeah.
around that time. I don't know the year exactly, but and they said the moon is in our like what?
Hmm.
So you're just reneging on everything you've ever told us. You're just telling us, oh, you were just wrong. You didn't lie to us, right? No, you just were mistaken that we ever had to go through the atmosphere to get there.
I
What?
just put a link in for he's an Oxford professor in 1965 in Australia, but he was a noted scientist, and he had all the other universities going along with his theory on the moon, how it was not a solid object, it was a
Yeah.
plasma.
Oh,
and
I
and
think.
and you research this guy, and his whole past is you can't find him. I tried it.
I mean, the whole firmament could be just a what do you say, a hologram? Like it could just be
No, I don't think so, because you can look at the moon with a telescope, and I've done this, and it looks like you're looking underwater. It looks
Sorry,
like
my
if you look.
dog's barking.
Yeah, that's no problem. It looks like the moon is underwater, so that tells you the water separated from the water, and also the Catholic Church has got the largest telescope in the world, called Lucifer, and it looks at the center of the firmament like it's trying to see through it. You know what I mean? Of what's going on. So that.
Yeah, that Lucifer telescope. It's like, come on, man. And
Yep,
then
exactly. That's the Catholic Church. And then the other
eh,
big eye opener for me is, did you know about there's 206 bones in the human body, Crunchy? Oh, sorry, but you got me.
um,
There's 206 bones in the human body, and only recently they found out that only one bone reproduces itself in the male body, and that's a rib bone from the male. It generates itself.
no,
Yep.
no, the cartilage does.
Nope, the one rib bone in the male body regenerates itself. And then the Bible says that God took a rib from Adam to create Eve. Now, how do they know that back when the Bible was written, right?
Well, I see, because I always grew up thinking that what was it? That women or men had one extra rib, right? But
Hmm.
now that's not true.
No, it's not. Well, now they count bones differently, but back in the day, there was 206 bones in the human body. Now they count a couple extra ones, so it varies. If you research it now, it varies from 206 to 218 or something. But I'm just saying that I was reading a story about a guy that had a bad car accident, and he kept
I'm
going
gonna
in for
feed you with my
operations.
friends.
He was kept going in the hospital for operations, and when he came out of the operation, he sees his chest is cut open, and he tells the doctor, "Why are you cutting into my chest when I have leg operations?" And the doctor told him, "Because we're taking parts of your rib, which regenerates itself, and using it in your legs." And that's what opened my eye about, okay, another thing in the Bible is true, that
So
God
that
took.
could be the source of stem cells, maybe like the
It could be. Maybe that's where they're getting their stem cells
most
from, is from the rib bone, yep, of
yeah
the
the most
male. Only the
con-
male body. Yep.
concentrated, because I mean there is a lot of flexibility there, right? So that kind of makes sense that like it would need um, well, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of joints that they could take it out of. But what's is there any significance with the number 206 or
I really don't look into the numerology of all this chaos going on in the world. I know there's a lot of different, 666, 333s, all kinds of stuff like that, but I don't look into numerology or anything like that, really. I know there are a lot of
uh,
people that do that, but
yeah?
I'm not sure if 206 is significant or not, but.
It seems like you can always deduce things down or add them up to you divide it into any number that you're looking for, right?
But the Bible also said there's going to be a great famine in the world, and it's not talking about food. It's talking about the Word of
Oh
God,
yeah,
which is being erased right now with
yeah,
the Mandela Effect. Is erasing the Bible, its words, it's changing things all in it and stuff,
yep.
and so that's why I think maybe that we're seeing other trace things that with all the like the yellow submarine, Dolly. It's showing us, the powers that be is showing us that shit's being erased, and that's why we're noticing the Bible as well. If you only saw them in the Bible, people would say you're crazy. But seeing this other stuff,
Hmm.
it's reinforcing that the Bible is being rewritten. Yep.
Yeah. Well, one thing I've noticed is like if you bring up anything in the name of religion, you're not crazy. Because like believing in demons and angels and God, that's not crazy. But as soon as you say like, oh well, they're these entities, like I'm hearing voices that like, oh well, that's crazy. You know, there's no demons don't have that power to make you affect reality.
Have you guys ever heard the saying that when a cardinal crosses your path, uh, the angels are watching over you, or someone's watching over you? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I think I
you have.
brought that up a couple streams ago. Yeah, it was on my stream. I think you were on there.
Yep.
Um, yeah, there's this video where a woman's son had died, and he cardinal flew up on the tombstone and then flew up on her shoulder real quick and then flew away. And she was just burst out in tears at that time because
Right.
she
Right.
felt her son's
Hey,
presence.
welcome, Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt is in, man. Is he coming on? Joe, put up a stream link for Joe.
I don't know why though. I mean, what's significant about the cardinal compared to?
I actually, you know, it's weird, Crunchy. And this is gonna sound weird to you, but every day I drive to work, like I'll be going to work tomorrow morning, you know, and every day birds fly in front of my truck. I've had hawks and eagles come down, touch the hood on the truck, and go right over the top,
Oh,
like
that's awesome.
like they're playing with me. Like it's like weird. It's like always birds cross my path every day. I go to work. I'm getting a ton of them, like they're playing tag with me or something. So I think birds could be angels. You know what I mean? The birds.
You know,
If
no,
I ever wanted to be reincarnated, I would want to be a bird.
I find it really weird. One of the Mandela effects for me is birds to me didn't used to chirp uh, s- like at night.
Oh
They
yeah.
would chirping at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and they're out here chirping, and I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? They never do that. I don't know. And I've lived out in the woods my whole life, out in the country basically. Um, so I know how birds act, and they're not acting right.
Well, I mean, there's all those videos of them just like falling out of the sky.
Yeah,
So I mean,
that's got to be
Yeah,
the 5G or something's killing them like that. Energy weapon, whatever, right?
so whatever's
yeah,
doing that's probably messing with their circadian rhythm or whatever too.
Yeah, that
yeah. Or are they these shifts? They're maybe they recognize the shifts, and they don't even know where the hell they are. They're probably just as confused as we are.
Yep.
Because the moon changed for me too, and the sun changed. Like, I'm not used to such a white sun.
It's so
yeah, no,
bright.
yeah, that's changed to white
It,
instead of the yellow. Yeah,
yeah, it hurts to look at that.
Yeah.
At it.
Going around from like noon to 3, I just can't. I can't like transitioning from going inside to outside. It's so bright. I wear sunglasses all the time though,
Yeah, me too. Me too.
and
Yeah,
I hate it because like I'd wear them in the store if I could, but I mean I can, but I just feel so like everybody's looking at me like, why is he wearing sunglasses in the store? He's
yeah. I
suspicious.
know.
He's
I don't know
suspicious.
why.
So I always put them up
I
whenever I.
want to do the same thing, but I can't see them. But I still want to put them on. I don't know why.
and
I mean,
people
the
are getting
store's
so
nice.
People are getting so stressed out if you're at the store. I went shopping the other day, and I was waiting in a line for the teller, and the teller next to the line she was had one person left, so I jumped out of my line and went to the next line, and I went up to unload my cart, and the lady in front of me, I'm not done yet, she's yelling at me to back up a little bit, right? So then when I go to back up, another lady comes behind me, and I bang into her cart, not looking, and so I'm like sandwiched between two of these women yelling at me. You're like, what the?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's part of the gang stalking. Like when I around 2016, I went through an episode of gang stalking, and I knew it wasn't like because like I had another friend that was like real strung out on meth, and like he was real paranoid that like the government was watching him and stuff, and I was like, nah, dude, I'm telling you, this is a spiritual thing. These entities can hop in and out of bodies, and of course, that's he didn't want to hear any of that. He had no religion or anything. He just like no, they're sitting outside with microphones, and I'm like, no, dude, there's a real spiritual aspect to this whole thing, and uh, yeah, but no, when I would go to especially grocery stores and stuff, I would just notice I'd get some weird looks and people just kind of following me around. Um, but that seems to have passed, just like the Mandela Effect slowed down for me. We'll see. I guess what tomorrow happens. I don't think anything's gonna happen, but who
Are
knows?
you there, Joe? Did Joe make it in, or is he still?
I see him on the screen, but I don't see him. It's dark. Oh, he dropped
His
again. Yeah.
his connection's not good tonight. I guess.
Are you on your laptop, Crunchy, or are you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on the laptop.
Yeah, much better. Your phone was dying all the time the other night.
Yeah,
Uh,
I need to get a new one, but I mean, it works in every other aspect, so
Hmm.
I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on a new iPhone or some shit, like
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta say though, last night I slept really too good. I mean, I normally don't sleep very well, and I bet you I got about 6 hours of sleep.
dude.
It
I
rained
had
last night.
I had some crazy dreams last night. And I wish Sharky was here because he's always like, yeah, me too. Like, we always have some crazy dreams. But I hung out with a dead friend that I haven't dreamt about. Had one dream about him after he died, but it's been like 10 years, 10 or 15 years since I had a dream about him. And
Yeah.
yeah, just like hung out with him, and we were both like young, like 15 years younger. And I ran from like future cops that were like reading my thoughts. It was like very Minority Report-ish. I was like hiding in a lake, but like they could like track where I was by my thoughts. And I lived in a Lego house. Oh, and that was pretty cool.
That was weird, huh?
Yeah. There was like Lego furniture and stuff. And I was like, what the hell? But it was completely normal it was complete. But when I woke up, I was like, that was kind of weird.
Where do you live, Crunchy? Are you in California?
No, Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's where they used that gun show as and said we were under attack or something from a different country. Remember that? They used that Kentucky gun show. They had once a year. They have a big show out there,
Hmm.
and they
I don't.
showed that movie clip on the news saying that um, I forget what it was like.
I,
Somewhere
I
was under attack, and it was not even under attack. You know what I
I
mean?
don't remember that at all. But I don't watch the news, so.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. It was something like Lebanon or something was under
Yeah,
attack, and they were
I,
showing the clip of the Kentucky gun show firing, all their stuff at night.
I don't doubt it. Like, I mean, what, just to get people riled up?
Yep, exactly. Gaslighting a situation. Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. Uh,
Hmm.
And when did they like make it legal for them to lie to us on the news?
Yeah, where's the FCC? Every entity is out of control now. Every entity doesn't follow. Like, when I was growing up, I'm older than you guys. I'm like Patrick. But when I was growing up, you couldn't build a school underneath power lines because of the RF
Ye-
transmissions.
I
It was
remember that.
it was bad for your body and stuff. And now there's 5G towers
Yeah.
right next to everyone's houses, and
Yep.
it's all terrible, terrible, man.
Crazy, man. Yeah, it's when I think about this stuff, that's why most of the day I just don't want to think about it. But when we come on here, we can open up about it. But just like bringing it up is just like it makes me depressed.
Hmm.
I can't, it's like, okay, well, what am I gonna do about it? Nothing. I just so stop thinking about it, stop talking about it, just become an NPC like one of them, fit
Yeah,
in,
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can
Just
just small talk everyone. That's all you can do, man. Because I've tried to wake people up, and they're just all crazy,
I wish I could forget about it. It's constantly on my mind.
distraction, distraction.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. You have to think of what else, concentrate on something else.
Yeah, I've taken like long breaks from YouTube, and like
Oh,
just
I'm not even on especially last couple of days. I haven't really watched any YouTube.
Hmm.
and I've steered away mostly. Like I stay with Mandela Effect stuff, but all the stuff that I like brought me kind of awoke me. Um, I steer away from because it brings me down into a negative energy frequency because it's just it depresses me. Most of it's just it's like watching the news. Like what's that channel I was talking about last night? The scariest movie ever. Like it awoke me. Like at first, it started out with the UFOs because I had seen them. Well, it started out with the chemtrails, then the UFOs because I'd seen them personally, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm actually finding people that had seen this too, and then it got into okay, like the controllers of the world, the money system and all that, and it got dark. They got into religion and it got dark.
Hmm.
And it still is dark, honestly. But I try to distract myself. I'm one of those people that likes video games. It takes my mind off of it.
Yep, yep. You're playing Fortnite, you said, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a time killer, but that's
Hmm.
that's what I feel like I'm just doing. Because if I just keep going down rabbit holes, uh, I, I I might learn some things, but I don't ever come to a solution.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
no, and I don't think anybody will ever come to the solution. And if you do hear the solution, you're not going to believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
I've looked at a lot of different stuff that falls into place, and the more you find out, the more you don't want to know. I'll tell you right now, I found out a lot of stuff, and
and especially health wise. Like if you Google, like, oh, well, I'm having this health problem. You Google, and you can go down quite a bit of rabbit hole with the the cures or the medicines.
mhm,
Like
mhm,
and those can mess you up worse than
right,
because I thought Delta 8 THC. I was like kind of a big advocator for it because I was like, oh, it's from hemp. Um, it's completely safe, and no, I was wrong after I started hallucinating. Um,
mhm,
so no, and if you look on the surface of Google, it's a good thing, but it's just like it's not natural. I still like I'm not against weed because it's got like 2,000 different chemicals in it that all balance each other out. That's the way God made it, right? And
mhm,
now we've got weed that we are purposely making 20, 30% THC which makes it less natural. It's GMO, you know, it's genetically modified basically.
Everything's GMO. It's very hard to even find real seeds that are not GMO out there, or the soil to grow them in. You know what I mean? So that's just part of what's happening out in the world right now. It's terrible.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
and people smoking these cigarettes. You know, you can't buy
oh,
tobacco without all the chemicals added to the tobacco anymore. It's
dude,
all poison.
I was hooked for years. And I still am hooked on nicotine, but I could probably drop that a lot easier because I still take the nicotine pouches.
Hmm.
But all that's in it is nicotine, not freaking cyanide and whatever else they put in it. Not cyanide. What's the chemical? What's that
I'm
one
not.
chemical? Formaldehyde.
Oh,
There
formaldehyde. Yeah.
there is formaldehyde in those things. There, I mean, there's tons of different chemicals that are just. It's so addictive.
Yeah.
Um, like I've quit these mouth pouches um, before, and I didn't go through like any really withdrawal or, but quitting cigarettes was hard. And the only reason I could do that was because I was physically my lungs were messed up. It's because
Hmm.
I was vaping. That's another thing that they said was like all safe and good was vaping. I was vaping, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, and then I got bronchitis or pneumonia on top of it, and I didn't stop throughout the pneumonia thing, and my lungs haven't been the same since. So
Now, there's a lot of people, like I know older people that are in their 90s and have smoked their whole lives without any problems.
and been fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I know it.
But
It's
but but when
I
they smoked in the older days, 40s, 50s, when they didn't put all that shit in the tobacco, right?
that's true. So half of their life they weren't getting nothing but real tobacco.
Right.
And even like towards the end, I switched over to like the bag tobacco, and it was so much better. But it didn't give me that rush like a cigarette did. You know.
Right. And I tell people that when I see them smoking, you should roll your own and get the real tobacco. But they said they add that stuff in the tobacco now too. So
They probably do.
when you buy a can of that, what is that called? Bugle tobacco or a couple of those
Yeah.
brands. Yeah, they got the same fiery retardant, formaldehyde, all that shit added to it. Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember that year they added the fire retardant crap.
Hmm.
Life saved, right?
Yeah, yeah. And you can't drink soda because it's got that asper stuff in the soda.
Yeah,
So
aspartame.
yeah, yeah, that's poisonous. Yep,
Yeah,
everything.
It's real
I
bad for the nerves.
I apologize. I keep getting kicked out. The service is really bad right now. I don't know what's going on, but
What's
I
your
think I'm gonna.
temperature there, Pat?
It's only 68 degrees.
Okay, because usually my friend works for a cable company, and he says at 80 degrees and above, that the internet doesn't like heat. All the heat is wrecks the signals and everything. So
Yeah,
he told me about that. Are you cutting the stream? You say?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna shut her down a little early tonight. I'm getting tired already, but um, we streamed 2 nights in a row, so maybe we might be on tomorrow night. I'm not sure.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
I might do one. Might
Oh,
open one up here in a little bit. We'll
yeah,
see.
that'd be awesome. I'll definitely come in and sit in there and chat if you do a
Cool.
stream.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna eat something first and
Okay, Glenn,
go up for a little bit.
you have Crunchy's um
Link?
his yeah, yeah.
No. Can you put it in the chat? Do you know how to put it in the chat, Pat?
I haven't made one yet.
Oh,
I mean
No,
like how about
you're
no.
sub to me, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to find out if he's sub to you.
I should have it, but just that other people in the chat might not. Can you put a link to your channel, Crunch, for people in
Um,
chat?
yeah. Hold on a second.
'Cause you get 10 people watching, they won't know where to go. You know what I mean? Good show tonight, Patrick. Good job.
Oh, thank you. You guys did a good job too. I'm trying to look up Crunchy.
Joe Dirt
We
saying,
should
"Sorry,
be.
Pat, it doesn't let me on the channel." Yeah,
I don't know why I gotta open up an entire new YouTube window just to type in the chat, but I can type in the
I do that too,
private.
Crunchy. Yeah, I do that. I have to
It's,
do the same thing.
I'm getting nothing but tacos and stuff.
I know you'll never find me. That's why I named it that, because you'll never find me, because I had somebody like harassing me, and I was so
So
yeah.
yeah, you're gonna have to post it for people because I can't. I know I'm sub to you, but I have to go through all my subs then to try to find you.
Well,
And then,
yeah. There's my channel. If
Yep,
anybody wants to
I just clicked the link and got it to you.
sub, I should be. I might. I'm not guaranteeing that'll come on live, but
yeah,
Right, right.
it's
this
always
this has
how
been
we
good.
feel, right? We're very
Yeah,
delicate. You know, it's like I don't know if I want to. I don't know.
yeah,
It's like we gotta feel it to be able to come on. Otherwise, this
right.
could be nothing but a shit show. You know.
Imagine if you were like, if you had like thousands of subscribers, and you'd feel like pressured, like, oh, I got to do a show
I
like
wouldn't be
every
able to do
week,
it.
you know,
I wouldn't
like
be able.
every day, like I don't
And
know.
what I noticed with Ken Rotman's channel, when you have a lot of people on your channel when you're streaming, then you get those Russian girl bots and all that shit shows up.
Yeah,
I think it's a certain number of people are on your channel, then you get attacked.
yeah. I
Either
mean, it.
either that or the algorithm reads the language that you speak. Like if you're swearing a lot, if there's a lot of swearing coming out of your channel, then they throw that dirt and mud into your.
Oh,
I don't.
dirt and
I
mud.
mean,
Yeah, yeah.
if I was like making money doing this, like enough to like pay my rent or something, I guess like it wouldn't be the worst job in the world, right? But
I've
it
never been. What do you call it? Where you get. Uh, uh,
Monetized.
like
Monetized.
anybody can watch my videos and they're not going to be hassled by
yeah, ads.
commercials. I've never been. What is it called? Monetized.
Monetized, where you make money
Yeah.
from your streams and
Yeah,
stuff like a lot of people are
yeah.
doing. Yep.
I've never tried that out of the whole 5 or 6 years I've been doing this.
And
Uh,
like
Yeah.
you said, for 5 or 6 years, you should be over 1,000 subs, Pat. Really,
at
you know.
least you know.
Oh,
Uh,
that's one thing about Quantum of Conscience. Never seen an ad on his channel, and he's got I don't know how many. So you know he's pretty big.
yeah,
He could probably be making a pretty penny off of it, but
yeah. He seems like a good guy.
doesn't.
I mean, I don't really know him. He doesn't
Yeah,
come
I
in
don't
chats or anything. So
exactly. I don't know him personally, but
You
and
know
yeah,
he doesn't have live chats either. That's another thing. It's like
who's been
right.
missing, Patrick? Zenwin's been missing for a while. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah, yeah. She hasn't even been eat. She usually emails me a lot. Of course, I haven't checked my email in a while.
Uh oh.
It's been at least a week since I checked my email, so I should check. But I have not noticed any emails when I went in to get like password or something.
Hopefully
To
she's
look.
okay. You know.
Yeah, I really. Yeah, all the way back to June 1st, I haven't got anything from her.
Yeah.
she was just on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Not even a couple weeks ago.
Couple
Maybe
weeks.
like a week.
June 23rd is the last time I got an email from her.
I
Hmm.
think she was on like a week ago. But she was on pretty much every stream, wasn't she?
Right. Right.
Oh
She'd,
yeah,
she'd she'd lurk and she'd be around. She'd be seeing what's going on. Yep.
yeah. I hope everything's all right with her.
I
She's
know.
probably doing okay.
Yeah, I don't see
Um,
any more emails.
I got this fortune cookie I just looked at. I get fortune cookies at weird times that say weird things. And I just wanted to say it before we get off stream. No matter how bad things may seem, we have to look on the bright side. We have to realize what we still have. You know, And I was going through a real tough time like that where I was losing vision. Um, and I got this fortune cookie that said, "You only treasure what you lost." So we need to treasure what we have,
Exactly.
our family, our friends. Um, be grateful.
Yep.
Um,
You don't realize what you have until you lose it. Exactly, Crunchy.
that
And
that is
Yeah, that's
I had a friend of mine that
true.
sold his house here in Boston area here and moved to the Carolinas. Went down there for 6 months. Absolutely hated it. Came back here and said he wished he never had sold it or anything. Yep.
hmm
So
yeah,
you don't realize what you have until you lose it. Yep.
that's the
Okay,
truth.
Patrick, you go get some sleep, buddy.
Oh wait, just give me a few minutes. Go ahead and keep talking. I
Oh,
gotta
okay.
do something before I take off.
All right. Well,
Oh, Patrick, do you remember the gun show that when they had the gun show in Kentucky, they were showing it on the news as it was like a war, and when we were attacking somewhere, and they were showing this gun show to make it look like it was the war overseas, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, Crunchies in
it's
Kentucky. I
funny.
asked him if he ever saw that. I forget where we were attacking at that point.
I live here and I don't
I
remember it.
well, I believe it was Baghdad. Baghdad.
Baghdad, is that what it was? Yeah,
Yeah,
something like
it
that.
was CNN News,
Hmm.
and they were actually in a studio, and they pretended like they were on the top roof of one of the buildings in Baghdad, and so he was putting on a helmet and a flak jacket, and they're all nervous, and it was funny. It's really funny.
And they put in the Kentucky gun show, all the firing from that show,
Yeah.
and Richie from Boston exposed it all of them. And like you said,
Oh.
the FCC does nothing. They let all this fake shit go out there, But they used to be in charge of truth on when you transmit, right?
hmm Yeah. And now they're more worried about us.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's not like if you come on here and we're speaking our opinion, right? The news is an opinion that's purposely lied to, and that's a okay.
hmm.
Yeah.
George said he just said that to some guy last night up the road yesterday at a bar or something. Yep. Sorry if you hear me typing.
All right, guys.
Okay. See you,
I'm
Patrick.
going. No, I'm not leaving yet. I
Oh,
told you I got to do one more thing before I leave.
What are you
oh,
doing?
I'm
yeah.
gonna
What are
have
you
you
doing?
guys. Everybody's gonna listen to this song again. I don't know if you guys were in here earlier, but since we have more people in here, maybe more people will hear it
Oh,
now.
was that the one you played it earlier? Is it Merle Haggard? Who sings that?
I think so. I'm not sure. I'm listening to um, Andy, who played on the show The Office, the half-hour series. The
Yeah, yeah,
Office.
yeah. Yep.
Andy is playing the guitar and singing it. It's not the original
Yeah,
singer.
yeah. So you can't get copyright strike for playing music that's not
Yeah,
yours.
and I'm
Yeah.
not playing the whole episode here, so I'm just playing his little skit through this. And the song hit me, and I wanted to bring it to you guys because this is how I feel with you guys.
Okay.
So, with that, mute yourselves, and here is the song. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your eyes pass you by, and weep not over. Remember all good times
Clearly I first saw you smile in the sun. Wanna feel your warmth come. I wanna be the one. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by, and weep not for me. Don't let your life pass you by, and weep not for me.
So yeah, that song is just like amazing. I don't know. It's a song that I really enjoy, and I think about you guys. The connection that we have, and I definitely will remember each and one of your screen names. And most of you who are on chat, I do know your names, but we're not even that, are we? We're not our screen names. We're not even our names. We're entities that are connecting, and will forever connect. I believe. I believe we've been a connection in the past. I believe maybe we've all lived many lives together and didn't even know it, and now we have graduated to go, somewhere else and live these lives that we deal with, in a different way. I don't know. I don't know whether it's at the end, but I do know it feels like it's coming.
And with that
So
being said, have a good night, Patrick.
yeah, I wanted to hear what you guys had to say.
Nope, I think we're on a journey, and we'll see what comes out to play. I think this winter is going to be a tough one. I think what's going to
Yeah,
unfold next, right?
yeah. I'm not even worried about what this place is unfolding next.
Hmm.
They can throw whatever they want at these people, and they're gonna believe, and we're not gonna believe. But I'm trying my best now not to even be a part of any of that anymore.
Hmm.
You know, that world is gone. No matter what they do, no matter if they call martial law or whatever, I'm not part of that world anymore. That's what this is all about. I think we don't have to worry about what's going on there because we're not connected to it anymore. I don't know what else to say, but
Okay,
I'm sure I'll say something again tomorrow or the next day. Crunchy Wrap, thanks for coming on. Boston, thanks for coming on.
okay, man. Have a good night.
You guys have a good night. Chat, adios. Thanks for stopping by. And we will see you guys uh, another night. Hopefully I'll feel like coming on tomorrow because I enjoy it. I enjoy coming on and talking to you guys. So good night.